What if I told you that two men have changed the world in completely different ways, yet both became some of the richest people on Earth? One builds electric cars and rockets. The other built the software that powers millions of computers. One sleeps in factories. The other gives away billions to charity. But here's the twist. Being the richest isn't just about how much money you have today. It's about how you made it, where your wealth comes from, and why it keeps changing. So, who is actually richer? Elon Musk or Bill Gates? And more importantly, what can ordinary people learn from both of them? Let's find out. The story part 1, the struggle. Imagine growing up in South Africa. You're quiet. You love books. Instead of playing outside, you spend hours reading about science and computers. That was Elon Musk. At just 12 years old, he created a simple video game and sold it. It wasn't worth millions, but it proved something important. He could build things people wanted. Years later, Elon moved to Canada with very little money. He worked odd jobs. He cleaned boilers. He carried heavy bags of grain. He even slept in cheap apartments while chasing a dream that seemed impossible. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, a young Bill Gates was also obsessed with computers. Back then, computers were huge, very expensive. Only schools and big companies had them. Most teenagers had never even touched one. But Bill was different. He spent nearly every free hour learning how computers worked. Sometimes he skipped sleep just to keep programming. His parents wanted him to become a lawyer. Instead, he dropped out of Harvard University. A decision that shocked almost everyone around him. Imagine telling your parents you're leaving one of the world's best universities to start a tiny software company. Most people would have called that crazy, but Bill believed software would one day change everything. He was right. The breakthrough in 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen started Microsoft. At first, almost nobody knew their names. Then, something unbelievable happened. IBM, one of the biggest technology companies in the world, needed an operating system for its new personal computer. Instead of selling Microsoft forever, Bill made a brilliant decision. He licensed the software instead. That single business decision changed history. Every time more computers were sold, Microsoft became richer. It was like owning a tiny piece of millions of computers across the planet. Within years, Microsoft became the king of personal computing. Bill Gates became the youngest billionaire of his time. But another future billionaire was just getting started.
But here's where the story gets interesting. Bill Gates built an empire by creating the software that powered the world. Elon Musk wanted to build the future itself. But his journey was much more dangerous. After selling his first companies, Elon didn't buy luxury cars or expensive houses. He put his money into bigger dreams. Dreams that many people thought were impossible. Electric cars, reusable rockets, a human civilization on Mars. At the time, most people laughed. Electric cars were considered slow and boring. Rocket companies were failing again and again, but Elon believed the future needed new ideas. So he invested heavily into Tesla. The problem? Tesla was losing money. Fast, the company was close to running out of cash. At the same time, SpaceX was also struggling. The first rocket launch failed. The second launch failed. The third launch failed. One more failure could have ended everything. Imagine putting your entire fortune into a dream and watching it disappear. But Elon refused to quit. Then came the fourth SpaceX launch. This time, the rocket worked. SpaceX survived. NASA noticed. And suddenly, the company that people laughed at became one of the most important space companies in the world. Tesla also changed. Electric vehicles became popular. The company value exploded. And Elon Musk became one of the richest people in history. Part 3. Who is richer? So now, who is richer? The answer changes constantly. Elon Musk's wealth mostly comes from owning large parts of companies like Tesla and SpaceX. When Tesla stock rises, his wealth can increase by billions. When the market falls, his net worth can drop quickly. Bill Gates became rich through Microsoft, but today, his wealth is more diversified. He owns investments across technology, energy, healthcare, and other industries. He also became known for giving billions away through philanthropy. So comparing them is not simple. One built the digital world, the other is trying to build the future. One created software, the other creates machines that leave Earth. Different paths, different strategies. But both followed one rule. They created something valuable that millions of people wanted. Lesson 1. Think bigger than money. Most people ask, how can I make more money? But billionaires ask, what problem can I solve? Bill Gates solved a problem, making computers easier to use. Elon Musk solved problems, cleaner transportation and space technology. Money follows value. Lesson 2. Take smart risks. Neither Elon nor Bill became successful by playing safe. Bill left Harvard. Elon invested billions into ideas people thought were crazy. But smart risks are not random. They are based on learning, preparation, and courage. Lesson 3. Build for the long term. Great companies are not built overnight. Microsoft took years. Tesla took years. Success requires patience. The biggest rewards usually come from staying committed longer than others. CTA. So, who is truly richer, Elon Musk or Bill Gates? The answer depends on how you measure wealth. Money, impact, innovation, or the future they are building. Both prove one thing. You don't become successful by chasing money. You become successful by creating something valuable. Now I want to know your opinion. Who should we compare next? Jeff Bezos? Mark Zuckerberg? Warren Buffett? Comment your answer below. Subscribe to Zero to Trillions.